this video we're going to be comparing the Canon
versus the Nikon, and we're going to take this out for a field test.
So this is the Canon with the 24mm to 105.
And I've got the Nikon 18 to 105mm, and we're going to actually go on try now to put this on a video test and show you how it works. Both the Canon and Nikon DSLR cameras offer 1080 HD video resolutions. Besides me trying to dance, the side-by-side comparisons show that the Canon has better picture color than the Nikon. This is the audio recording from the Canon. Testing 1, 2, 3, sibilance, sibilance, sibilance. Now this is a sound test from the Nikon. Testing 1, 2, 3, sibilance, sibilance, sibilance. We think the Canon is better at capturing sound regardless of the type of external microphone being used. The audio quality on the Nikon is quite harsh, and as you've heard, it is a bit distorting to the ears.
The next thing is storage. With the Canon, I've got room for one SD card.
Guess what? For the Nikon, I've got 2, which is a lot better than yours.
However, there's one thing that's cool about Canons is that they come with Magic Lantern software, so we can actually reduce the bit rate down, and means we can get more videos on our SD cards.
By the way, just to mention, for the 2 cards that I have in the Nikon, he's got 1 card, so therefore he's actually doing exactly the same capacity as what we're doing. So in actual fact, Canon and the Nikon are about the same in terms of storage capacity. On all these cameras, both the Canon and the Nikon, you can have interchangeable lenses. For example, I can actually change this particular lens to another lens that's going to be a lot more effective for whatever I want to do. Now the biggest difference is that the Nikon, the way they actually mount the lenses on is that it's the opposite way to what the Canon does. So you've got to actually swing to the right to unloosen it and then swing it back to the left to tighten it up. Whereas on the Canon, it's the opposite way around. Now we've got quite a number of lenses. We've got one right now with the cameraman who's recording, and then also we've got the kit lens right there. So the great thing about having interchangeable lenses is that you can frame your different shots for different videos at different lenses. Both cameras use rechargeable batteries, and they last between 2 to 3 hours per charge. Ideally, it's good to have spare batteries when recording videos on these cameras, as they do drain quite fast.
One cool thing about the Canon that we don't quite have on the Nikon is one of these little jobbies where, if I really wanted to, I could film myself and see what's going on.
Unfortunately, with the Nikon, whatever I do to try and pull this bloody thing off, it won't come off. So anyway, he's very lucky to have that as an LCD screen, and we found it very productive to have that because we can just do it ourselves without having to hire someone else to hold the camera for us. Another cool addition that the Nikon has, which the Canon does not, is the real-time autofocus, where if there's an object moving to another position, the Nikon lens will detect and refocus automatically. In saying this, the latest Canons have this new option, which was not featured in this video. Let's take a look at the zoom for both cameras to test how it functions during video recording. The Nikon seems to be good at auto-adjusting and focusing on the object, whereas the Canon does miss this mark slightly. Alright, so which one is better? Both cameras have its pros and cons. The Canon has better color and sound quality over the Nikon, whereas the Nikon has dual memory card slots, performs better on zoom, and has automatic focusing on their current lens. Though, after doing the video test, I think the Canon is a better camera for video recording overall. Now that's just a biased opinion. What do you think? Leave your feedback below.
In this video, we're going to compare the Canon
versus the Nikon. A bit slow there.